Hi everyone, on today's road trip we're going to look at a 1964 Mercury Comet 4-door sedan. And I have Bill with us. Bill's the owner. Hi Bill, thanks for showing us your car. How many years have you had this car?
I've had this car about 37 years. My great aunt and uncle bought it new in Doylestown in November '63. When my great aunt quit driving at age 90, she gave it to me about 37 years ago.
It's a beautiful color. What do you call this color?
The color is platinum beige metallic. We just had it restored about 5 years ago. JD's in Huntington Valley did the paint, the body, the upholstery, and the chrome. They had it for about a year.
They do great work, don't they?
They did. They did beautiful work. I was very happy with it.
About a year? That's pretty quick.
Not bad. All the trim was there. Luckily, it didn't have a lot of rust, but they straightened everything out. I had never seen the car shiny.
Really?
It was always dull when she had it because she'd never waxed the car. And I asked her what she did to clean it. And she said, I just rub it down with coal oil. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, a little kerosene in hot water. And it had preserved it, but it was really dull. And
yeah,
the first time I saw it shiny was when it came out of restoration.
Can we open the front door?
Sure.
Mind?
So the car only has 4 options on it.
Okay.
Has a 2-speed automatic transmission. And the only other options it came with were backup lights, undercoating, and white sidewalls. It has no radio, no antenna, no windshield washers, no seat belts, no AC, of course.
What is that in the middle? Is that the plate for
Just a blank out plate. That would where the radio would be if it had one.
Okay, I got you. And these levers down bottom are there for what, vent?
Yep, heat and ventilation.
Okay. You got some gauges here.
Yep, temperature, oil pressure, gas. Full 2-speed auto, but she gets out of her own way if you give her a little time.
Yeah.
The seats were restored. They found the original upholstery. We're able to recreate it. The carpet is original.
Is it? The carpet held up great.
Yep, pretty well.
And the seat pattern is very unusual. That's the original pattern that would have been in it?
Yeah. The Comet in '64 was a 1-year body style with 4 different trims. This is the second one up. They have the 202, the 404, which this is, the Caliente, which was luxury, and the Cyclone, which was the hot rod.
Gotcha.
So each one had different side trim, different upholstery. So I was very happy they could match that.
This, I guess, is the invoice.
It's the original here. Yep, it's the original.
Can we look at the back seat as well?
Yeah. It actually had a lot of room, and for a car with very few options, it has plenty of ashtrays.
Well, everybody smoked back there.
Oh,
right?
yeah. This was Mercury's compact car. It's equivalent to the Falcon in Ford's line. But Mercury didn't have a midsize, so this had to service both. It's a little bit longer than a Falcon, about a foot longer.
Okay.
But the running gear is all Falcon and Mustang.
Okay. It has a lot of leg room for a smaller midsize car.
Yeah, it just fits in our garage.
And I like the trim.
It does. It's got plenty of trim.
Is this unique to this level trim?
The 4 doors all have that. The side trim is different for every model.
Yeah, I noticed the stainless along the back.
Brush panel.
The brush, it's only on the quarter. It stops at the back of the door.
Yep. The 202, this is body color. The Caliente was different altogether, and the Cyclone had none.
And these are the original wheel covers?
Yep. Full poverty caps. At one point I had full wheel covers for it, but these were what came with it, so I went back to original.
Good move. I agree with that. 404, what does that say? Oh, at the emblem?
Yep. So that was the second trim level up of the 4.
Can we look at this motor?
Yeah, so last summer we took this up to the Mustang barn in Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Dan Nolan and his crew up there. We pulled out the engine, had it rebuilt, dry ice blasted the engine bay, rebuilt all the originals, power steering pump, the radiator all original. We did a very nice job on it. We researched, made sure we had the correct color codes for the top end and the block.
When I walked up on this car, I was happy to see the 6.
Yeah, a lot of people with the Mustangs, of course, yank those out and put a 289 in, but it's nice to see the 6-cylinder.
So that's 200 cubic inches.
Yep, 116 horsepower.
15 horse. 116.
Yep.
Okay. 404. There goes the board.
Oh, you're doing a video.
Very nice. You can stop that and read what you want.
Yeah, the Comet was originally conceived in 1960 to be Edsel's compact. But when Edsel went belly up, they gave the Comet to Mercury.
Gotcha.
So in the first year Comets, you won't see any Mercury badge.
Really?
But by the time 64 came along, Edsel was gone, so they gave it to Mercury as their compact.
I see you got the turn signal lights here. Were there ever lights here? Or
That's
was
just trim. Yep.
It's always was trim?
Yep. If you look at this very carefully on the front, they were trying to make it look like a miniature Lincoln Continental.
Yeah, the grill, the
That long,
sections
wide
of the grill,
oval.
yeah.
Yep.
The quad headlights, it does look similar to the Continental.
It's trying.
It's trying.
But
at
yeah,
a
all the
different
running
price
gear,
point.
all the running gear is Mustang. So luckily, mechanically, it's easy to get parts for. Trim-wise, that's a different story.
Can we look at the passenger side, if you don't mind?
Yeah. Get a little better look.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, when I walked up on this car, I was happy to see that it looked so original.
Yep.
Unmodified, and it wasn't monkeyed around with.
Yeah. To me, it's family. I had it for a long time before I could afford to restore it. So once we were, I was very glad to be able to take it back to original. That's the original spare tire in it.
Really?
They carefully took it off the rim and then very carefully put it back.
Yeah. Well, it's a show tire now. You're not gonna drive on it.
Yeah.
Very clean trunk compartment. Were there any rust issues to deal with?
There was a little bit just behind the rear tires, a little bit on the quarters, a little bit in the dog legs of the back door, so that was it. She spent a lot of her life in the garage.
I see the trim in the back is reminiscent of the grill.
Yes.
Sectioned off, and that I guess is the access to the gas tank.
Yep.
That little door there. There we go.
Yep.
Very nice.
So.
And you got the period plate. That's a 58 actually, or 64. My mistake.
Yep. Pennsylvania will let you register that. That
Okay.
happened to be off my parents' Volkswagen, so it was hanging in our garage.
And you were able to use it.
We have it since it has a
Well,
64 sticker.
You got the 64 sticker.
Yep. The taillights are interesting on the 64 Comet. The center is a backup light, but that was optional. So you will see 64 Comets that are red all the way across.
These taillights, correct me if I'm wrong, were they also used on the full-size Mercury? They look similar.
Similar, yeah, similar. They're not a swap, but similar, yeah.
Okay.
The big Montclairs and Marauders and yeah.
What was the name of this color again?
Platinum beige metallic.
Platinum beige metallic.
It's a nice way to say gold.
Yeah. It's an expensive tan.
A lot of galaxies came through in this color in the 60s.
Well, I love the car. I'm glad you're going back to all original. It's always been in your family. Obviously, It's always going to stay in your family.
Yeah, it's a family member now.
Beautiful. Bill, thank you very much for showing us your car.
Thank you very much for noticing. Appreciate it.
Folks, tell me what you think of this 1964 Mercury Comet. Leave your comments below. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.